Hi, welcome back to Blade and Brush. I'm Mike, your West Shaver, back with another quick shave video. I hope it's quick. The reason I'm doing a quick shave is because I have to go and pick up some prescriptions. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday with a dermatologist, and they found a mole on my back that was rather suspicious, so it was excised and sent in for biopsy. So I'll know in a couple of weeks if it's anything that I need to worry about. But, just let this be a lesson to you. Do not go out without wearing sunscreen, even if it's winter out. Any part of your face that is exposed to sunlight, because snow, if you live in an area that gets a lot of snow in winter, will reflect sunlight right up into your face. And you don't want to end up having to play connect the dots on your face like I can, or especially on your back where you can't see any moles that might be worrisome. So, yeah, just take that as a lesson. So, anyway, I'm on my way to pick up some psoriasis medication, as well as some refills on my asthma inhalers and pain medication. I've got a really nasty toothache. Which means I need some dental work done. So while I'm waiting for an opening at the dentist's office, I need some nerve pain medication refill to help manage the agony. Yeah, take care of your teeth too. But yeah, I was given very clear instructions not to get the area wet, because I do have a bandage on my back. So if you've never had to wash around an area that the doctor told you not to get wet for 48 hours, it is pretty tricky. Not that it can't be done, I've done it before. But if you don't want a nasty scar left behind, it is preferable to follow doctor's instructions. Now, I have had abnormal moles removed before. Not cancerous, but definitely something that you really need to keep on top of. Of course, the last time was in 2007, so about 18 years ago. I had a couple removed from my abdomen. One was mildly abnormal, didn't need any further action. The other one turned out to be more abnormal. So the dermatologist had to cut out a little bit more skin around that area. So I've got a nice pleasant surgery scar on my belly. Yeah, this is my Mercure 42 again. With that Balzano blade. And I just continue to be impressed by the longevity on these things. They just give the Russian-made Astras a run for their money. So if you're not happy with the Indian-made Astras, consider getting the Bolzano blades. Or just go to Czech Blades and get the Tiger Platinum and Tatra Platinum. Those are also very good. Because Czech Blades are the original company that produced the Astras before Gillette bought them out. Now, what I like about the 42 is that you can't actually skip a day with this. You don't want to skip more than that, but seeing as how it is basically the same head and base plate, as the Mercure 34, just with a lighter handle. That shouldn't be surprising. Say I had a job interview on Monday. I think I told you about that on my last video. I just went ahead and left a follow-up message on the answering machine there. Yesterday we had a bunch of thunderstorms. So naturally, the dog had me take her out for an evening walk. During the pause in the raining, and then it started raining heavily again right in the middle of that walk. Because we were going around the block. And so I was wearing my raincoat, so I didn't get too wet except for the front. But I did end up having to change out of my clothes because it got drenched in the front. And of course the poor dog got soaked. Oh my goodness. I had to dry her off with a towel and everything. It's just... And normally the dog is afraid to go out in thunderstorms, but you know, hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, right here. This is usually a problem area for me just because the hair's growing so many wacky directions. I mean, generally speaking, on my upper neck, the hairs grow down and to my right, and then on the lower neck, they grow up and to my right. But right around here, they do tend to go in some weird directions. All right, so let's go ahead and start the post-shave treatment. All right, so let's go ahead and get the cap back on my Purasso. Yeah, I'm using the Purasso shave foam, if you're curious. I got this off the River site, and I was actually just looking for my regular Gillette shave cream, but they had that on there, and I was like, you know what, I've never tried Purasso before. And I didn't even know that they made shave foam. I thought they only made soaps and creams. Well, apparently not. So I went ahead and got it. So I've had this for a little while now. Used up my Gillette Barbershop Fresh shave foam before I went ahead and started on this. But yeah, this is actually a pretty good product. So if you can find it, I would highly recommend getting a can of it. It is really good. And then, of course, today's shave, again, is the Mercure 42 razor with a Bisano Egyptian-made blade. All right, and to finish off, we're going to go ahead and do the Pinot Clubman Special Reserve. Some people might think this is for old men, but you know what? At 51, there are a lot of people who would consider me an old man, even though I don't necessarily look it. But, you know, hey, you're only as old as you feel, right? And days like today, I do feel my age. Yeah, that's the Everyman Jack Cedar deodorant. And now we've got the Nivea post-shave balm with chamomile. Alrighty then, that is our shave for today. This has been Mike for Blade and Brush, signing off.